All right, it's time for Barpo Fires, which is what we call it when Brian is not here. Because he's still in that dang culvert.
We went into the Facebook group, which is facebook.com/ I don't know what the group is.
Why do you guys always mess this up?
Facebook.com/groups.
Podcast Beyond.
Nope, just
on
Facebook.com/groups/Podcast Beyond. It's you could also search, but then you wind up in the weird bootleg one where people just try to sell you all kinds of Ray-Bans. They're not real. Don't buy them.
Ray-Bans Raving Rabbits?
Yeah. Damn it. Okay, Mark Baggio says, what unannounced game would you like to see? Would you be excited to see at E3 be it a sequel, an expansion, or a new IP from a specific studio?
Red Dead.
Banjo-Kazooie 3.
I mean, what about Yooka-Laylee, though?
Yeah, but also Banjo-Kazooie
This is an unannounced
3. Both
game.
of them.
Okay, all right.
Zach, what do you want to see?
Come back to me. Go to Max next.
Oh, I was like, come back to me. I haven't heard of that.
I mean,
it's a story about when I get her back.
I don't know where this falls, but...
Go to the next question.
Oh.
Why did she... Oh, yeah, Stephen Avila says, why did she leave me? So
I think it's just because you're not ambitious enough. The game that I want to see is probably Vagrant Story 2. I would love to see a sequel to Vagrant Story. That's never going to happen. Vagrants, baby.
What about you, Max? What do you want to see?
I'd love to see something new with Duke Nukem, be it horrible and awful or just funny. I don't care. I want to talk about Duke Nukem again.
Thanks.
So you and I both want to see a franchise that there's just literally zero hope of ever seeing again.
I mean, I also really liked Vanquish. Did anyone else like Vanquish?
I loved Vanquish.
Vanquish, baby.
Stop it! You've made that joke 1,000 times.
Works every time.
Solid gold.
Prey 2. Bethesda's got a press conference again this year. I mean,
was that game? For some reason, I thought that game was like officially canceled.
What I heard or what was rumored is that Arcane was working on it.
Okay.
I don't know. I have no idea.
Deadly Premonition 2.
All right.
Yeah, because we don't know, because Arcane Austin is working. No, Arcane in France is working on Dishonored too.
Right.
And we don't know what Arcane Austin is working on.
So it would be cool if we got a new Prey. Like the demo I saw of Prey 2, if that was whether or not it was a fake nonsense gameplay, this is at E3 2011, is still one of like the coolest demos I've seen.
You go on any cool vaginos like in the first one? All the doors were vaginos.
Yeah, that was so weird.
True. They were.
No, I was like, what?
No,
you're actually talking about vagina.
No, it basically looked like if you crossed like Blade Runner with Zam Wessel's chase scene in Star Wars Episode 2, where they're like running through Coruscant and just jumping all over stuff and like. One thing
awesome,
I really loved is there were all these weird ass Star Wars aliens everywhere, and you're going through bars and seedy nightclubs and everything. And like, if you ran around with your gun out, they'd freak out. So you had to like put it away, which I thought was like a nice touch. So you had to sort of
you have
feel
to be
like
a normal person.
But it was great because you were like a U.S. Marshal who got abducted by aliens from a airplane flight, and you wound up basically working as a bounty hunter. So
wow,
yeah,
it's awesome.
I also just really want more solid VR games, like long VR games, I guess, or just more variety of them. And I really want a Kojima survival horror.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be really cool to hear about what Kojima Productions is working on.
Yeah.
I mean, we know that there's got to be a game there, even in its infancy, right?
Oh yeah.
He said it's another stealth action game, I think.
I imagine he likes doing those.
Yeah.
He's a big fan.
So Stephen Avila did say, "Why did she leave me?" And I think she just went to get snacks. What about you guys? What do you think?
So Zach thinks it's because he wasn't ambitious enough.
It could be both. You weren't ambitious enough to go get snacks with her.
Yeah.
So you know.
And I think she found someone else who
That's awful.
understands
Yeah.
her.
I think you didn't appreciate her because you didn't appreciate yourself.
David
real.
Botsolis says, "Best video game city." I would say like Los Santos, but it's LA, so no. I really like Sleeping Dogs Hong Kong. Vice City's awesome. That's also just Miami.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of like between fictional or like actual depictions
Yeah.
of cities.
I can't believe that I can't remember this. The name of the city
Mumbo's
in
Mountain.
in Final Fantasy IX.
This is not Sanarkand. Alexandria?
Nope.
Alexander?
The first city that you go to.
I'm literally playing this game right now. I can't believe I don't remember.
It's a beautiful city.
Sounds like a
Boston.
forgettable
Yeah,
city.
yeah.
Boston. Yeah, that's it.
I really like Riften in Skyrim. It's a
Skyrim.
lovely little place. Nice leaves falling and a whole bunch of honey rolls to steal from that big bakery or whatever.
Delicious.
Bees.
What about Rapture? I mean,
That's pretty cool,
No.
actually.
yeah, it's an awful city, but it's
terrible
a pretty
city.
cool city in a game.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Columbia, same thing. There was a lot of Rackus there, though.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
It took me a
Little
second.
Rackists.
Yeah.
Tommy Lee Flynn says, any big summer plans? Yes, E3, Comic-Con, probably Gamescom, maybe
No,
something
personal
else.
plans, Max.
I'm going to a wedding in Berlin, and then I'm going to Greece for a couple days.
That
and
sounds
that's
nice.
End of next. It's like a month from now.
I'm going to Mexico between E3 and Comic-Con.
Are you really?
I'm so stoked. I'm
What if
going
you
for
never
a
come
week.
back?
I might not.
What if they put your head on a turtle?
It's actually Mexico is not between E3 and Comic Con. It's actually south.
Yeah,
of
it's south of
Comic-Con.
Comic Con.
Actually, I'm
Damn
going
right.
to Australia to see my family between E3 and Comic Con.
Boring. Anyway, what are you doing, Marty?
I want to grill. I want to go out on the yard with the lawnmower.
Yeah, I mean,
Is
that's...
it gonna be chilly there? It's gonna be winter,
Yeah,
right?
it'll be winter. Yeah.
Does it get cold there?
Yeah.
It snows, man.
Isn't Australia like bigger than America?
I don't know,
It's like
man.
the same size.
I heard that
But
most
the
of the
city
snow
that
in
I live in is
Australia
one.
was actually spiders that balled up and made little webs to
Yeah,
catch
no,
them
that's
because of floods.
Oh, spider ropes?
Yeah, I don't know.
Cool
Snow and
spider
spider
ropes.
ropes? I'm not doing anything this summer. I'm
Also,
gonna go
my
fall
mom
asleep in a
listens
park.
to every episode of Podcast Beyond.
Hi, Mom.
Hey, Becky Flossie Atkinson. Sounds like a Flossie. All
No,
right.
she sounds like a very good runner.
Yeah.
She
Like
does.
an Olympic
Yeah,
runner.
you're-
Tattoos, awesome body art, or ugly skin pictures. Discuss.
Ugly skin pictures.
Well,
Awesome body art.
I think three of the four of us have tattoos.
Yeah,
And
Yeah.
the
fourth
other
is
one
planning to get one.
Other one
Yeah.
sleeps with people who has them, so probably
Ayo.
awesome.
He's also planning to get one.
That's true.
Marty
Yeah.
is more than just
I
who
mean-
he sleeps with.
Not much more, though.
Planning to
Yeah,
get a
that's true. A little bit
tattoo
more.
is like saying that you're going to be a certain age in a few months. Because what if you don't? It's just you know.
Well,
No,
but
that
you
no,
all
that
most
metaphor
definitely
that
do
totally
not.
fell apart.
Because you're going to have to be a certain age.
unless you die.
Wish in one
what?
hand and in the other. See which fills up first.
It
Now
depends what I
he said
wish.
sweat.
Do I gotta write?
Yeah. Why don't you go wish for a handful of...
Sometimes I get worried because my fingerprint doesn't work on the phone. Also, there was an episode of Beyond where I was typing in the password to my phone in
someone
order to
saw
write
it.
the time down, and someone found my password
It was very fun.
and posted it in the comments, and I can't get this. I'm sorry for
That's
the swears.
so many
All right.
swears that you now have to
just
reckon.
gonna
Well,
read a bundle.
just, yeah,
But
sure.
in general, yeah, I think tattoos are pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, I have a bunch of tattoos, and I plan on getting several more.
Yeah,
so.
I want to get a tattoos I'm happier with. Some of these needs to get touched
I
up.
really
and
like
just,
your tattoos, man.
they make me, I don't know, they have personality, but they're also...
I feel like once you get tattoos, also you always are thinking of the next tattoo that you're gonna
Absolutely.
get. Like as
It's
soon as you
very
get a couple,
addictive.
you're like, oh well. Okay.
I mean, I just want to do like a sleeve or two, you know.
But
yeah,
it's funny
a sleeve or
because
two, three sleeves.
it's funny that do you regret any of your tattoos? Because obviously you do. Because
No, I don't
mean,
regret
you're
my
getting one
tattoos.
removed.
No,
I'm getting two removed, but I don't regret them.
I like all my tattoos. I just kind of wish that I'd planned placement better. You know?
Yeah.
Like,
It seems
I
haphazard.
have one that I just think is too big, but I like it. You know what I mean? It's just too big for where it's at.
I'm getting
so.
my wrist tattoos removed, which I started doing when I started working on TV because the company I was working for basically said, we don't want you to have those, we'll pay for you to remove them. And I just didn't care. I don't care about tattoo permanence for whatever reason. A lot of people in tattoo culture would be outraged by that, but I
Yeah.
just don't care. I'm like, if I want to get them redone, I just will. I don't,
well, a buddy
it's
of mine
fine.
has like the funniest tattoos. Like I think he was in Tokyo and someone dared him to get a tattoo of the kanji character for diarrhea. No, that was it. No, it wasn't that. He spent time in Tokyo, but before that, he was at a tattoo parlor. A lot of tattoo parlors will have like this novelty that they'll give it to you for free. So he got the kanji character for diarrhea, and then he went and spent a bunch of time in Japan, and people were just like,
Why do you have
you know what
that?
that says, right?
Yeah.
And then he got a tattoo of the wingding for a manila folder with paper flying out of it, which
very
is like
strange.
really cool. But
What's your stupidest tattoo?
my stupidest tattoo is probably the bear with the fanny pack giving the thumbs up to a bottle of Mountain Dew.
Yeah. That's
Well,
pretty
what's
stupid.
everyone's favorite tattoos that we have in here? What's your favorite?
I like my little snaggletooth.
Zach likes his cool beans.
I do have cool beans.
Yeah.
That's actually. I wish that one was smaller. I really like this one here. It's a old timey lady, and it's got Morrissey lyrics.
That was actually a Triforce.
Well, that too. I have a Triforce tattoo.
Morrissey's kind of an old timey lady.
Yeah.
Mike Cassidy says, "Tell us about your worst hangover ever." I feel like Marty is immune to their charm at this point.
That's not true. I've seen Marty very hungover.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I just deal with it.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
I had a night when I was doing soju shots. That's like Korean
Oh.
sake, and I was with my dad, and we did a bunch of them. It was like her brother-in-law's birthday or some. And I woke up the next morning, and I like woke up, sat up in bed, and immediately it felt like someone had punched me in the forehead. It was like the worst headache, and I don't usually get headaches, but for whatever reason that did it. And I like sat up, and I scream whimpered. I was like, ah! And then I just like covered my head up with pillows and went back to sleep for 3 hours. And it was just, I don't know. I like that. I normally I'm like, deal with it, get out there and do stuff. But that was like physically just like, what happened?
Yeah, I was like top 5 hungover after Goldfarb's birthday.
Oh man,
the next day I was like completely out of
that
commission.
was not a good day.
I mean, I'm sure I've been more hungover, but that's like the most recent one where like I could not do anything the next day.
Turns out when we fill a bar with 30 of our friends and no other bartenders.
That was a fun night. I think my worst was I was moving house, so we had like
a whole house.
Howl's moving house?
So I was moving out of a house, and all my friends, we had like a moving out party. So I got trashed and then had to continue packing up the next day. And I had like a small amount of time to continue packing, and I just couldn't stop vomiting. So I was like, okay, I'm going to have some water, went and threw it up. I was like, I'm going to have some food, went and threw it up. And then I tried eating bread, went and threw it up. And I was like, I just can't stop vomiting. I cannot do anything. So I basically was just like, you know what? I just have to cop it and sleep for a few more hours and hope that I wake up and stop vomiting. And I did.
Oh, right on.
You've done it.
Edward Hooten says, what's your favorite cereal? Also, you guys are the best.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch and True.
That's a real good one.
I don't like cereal. Why do you all look so bad?
I saw you eating oatmeal this morning.
That's not a cereal.
Yeah, that's a hot cereal with
No,
oats.
absolutely not.
That's a hot cereal.
No, this is the hill I'm going to die on. Oatmeal is not a cereal.
You are going to die because oatmeal's great for your heart. And you should eat it more.
Eat it.
That's why I like oatmeal. I think like a lot
Your
of
heart's
cereals are very
terrible.
sugary.
Yeah. I mean, that's what's so tasty about it.
I like Frosted Flakes.
I like Count Chocula a lot because
Chocola's real good.
I love
You guys
monster
could be
cereals.
making up all of these brand names, and I would not.
Oh my god, I would love to do a game show
hell
with you.
is Count
Are we
Chocula?
lying about this cereal?
So there is a cinematic universe.
Oh my god, it's so
cereals
good.
based
The monster cereal cinematic universe.
It's real. There's Count Chocula.
No.
There's
Hold
Blueberry.
Hold on. Pipe down. There are also 2 that are discontinued. There's Yummy Mummy and Fruit Brute.
Yeah, and Frankenberry and Blueberry.
I
These
feel
are
like you're
we're
telling
not
the
lying.
truth,
Yes,
but
we
I'm
are.
very unsure.
We are.
Count Chocula is their leader because he owns the castle. Yummy Mummy was Cinnamon, I think. They discontinued that in the 80s though, but they brought back Fruit Brute.
Fruit Brute was like tricks.
Fruit Brute is
Are these
Fruit
like
Brute is,
Skylanders?
And then they all,
the Fruit Brute is the werewolf. Blueberry is a little blue ghost with a hat.
These are different kinds of cereals that have.
Frankenberry
They
is
are in the same cereal.
yeah.
Cinematic universe.
and then they all got together. Then they all got together and did a good sex on each other, and then that's how we got Oops All Berries.
No man, Captain Crunch was drunk and he crashed his ship into an iceberg and it ripped
No, I
open.
don't know.
And
I have no idea what
That's actually-
you're
that's actually
saying.
true.
Soggies got on board. Somalian Soggies with AK-47s.
I'm the captain now.
So yeah. Anyway, cereal is hilarious. American cereal is really funny.
Hey, Rob Sherman asked, "What's the one video game moment you wish you could go back and relive?"
The pot farm mission in Far Cry 3.
Oh my god, I love that.
That's a good
mission.
one.
That was a real good.
Oh, that song.
Yep, that moment cemented that scene.
God, I
as,
love that so much.
That is just like one of my favorite moments in video games, period, ever.
Absolutely.
And I like
Every time that I listen to that song, which is just like some Skrillex
it's,
song.
It's Skrillex featuring Damian Marley, which is like that shouldn't work.
And it's called "Make It Bundin."
jamming.
Oh god, it's so good. Like that is such like.
But that
I
that
love
like that weird loudmouth dickhead guy who's I feel like just like a gritty version of Tom Arnold is like, all right, take this flamethrower and go take care of those crops
and everything
up there.
starts getting hazy. And it's just like it's
Yeah,
still
it's a
kind of a
pot
stealth
farm.
mission.
Yeah, you
but-
just burn up a bunch of weed and
that's
you're just
so
like,
good.
it's such a good mission. God, I love that mission.
Yeah, that's really good. I think one of mine is probably the end of Assassin's Creed 2 when
When you kill a good
this doesn't
pope.
count as a spoiler, but
I think
one
there's
of
a
the people
statute
who
of
came
limitations on
before
that.
was like she calls you Desmond and you're
Oh,
Ezio
yeah.
and she's like Desmond and Ezio's
was
like
really good.
who is Desmond and
Yeah.
I was like what?
Yeah.
It was very good.
I would say all of Journey. I would love to replay that and not know what was going on. And then the end of Braid, which is probably my favorite turn in a game ever.
I think the Sander Cohen scene from the original BioShock.
Yeah.
Everybody talks about Would You Kindly as like the most impactful moment in that game, but like the Sander Cohen scene was terrifying and glorious, and like sticks with me
game
to
has
this
a lot
day.
of good moments,
Yeah. And then I also, for some reason, like Final Fantasy VIII is not my favorite Final Fantasy game, but for some reason, the moment where they expose the futuristic city, there's this force field that camouflages one of the cities in Final Fantasy VIII, and when you ride this elevator up to the top, and as you're riding the elevator up, you start to see through the force field, and I just remember being completely like taken aback by that because it was something that like I didn't even know video games could look like that at the time. It was just like amazing to me.
The Phantom Pain. Like the Phantom Pain is such an amazing like the beginning of that with like Man Who Sold the World and just like
That's so good.
I guess when I was just going into it for the first time and being like I don't know what I'm in for, and I mean there were parts where it dragged and parts where I kind of do want to go back and replay it. But when that game was still like fresh to me, it was just like such an incredible like.
Actually, that game is like. It facilitates really unique moments for every single person who plays it, in that you can talk about how you approach a certain mission completely differently to everyone else, and every single mission in that game is like that.
Yeah, that's one of those games that it was super fun to work at IGN when it came out, because like Max and I at the time had desks right next to each other, and it was like a good 40 minutes every morning where it was like, have you done this mission? How did you do it? Like, it was great.
I mean, like there was a specific part where I just like, the second I felt cool in that game, and I was just like rolling up in my helicopter, which is all zebra print, and I've got like my badass eye patch dog, and I'm just in like crazy
tying balloons on men.
Or when I made like a horse poop on a guy's face, it was just like
you're listening to Kim Wilde as you're rolling
like
in.
I mean, I cannot vocalize enough how much that game felt like something I've wanted my entire life, and I got it.
I mean, Metal Gear is a series that I feel like is built on those moments. You know, like the elevator sequence in the first Metal Gear Solid, with the stealth camouflage suits. You know, they're in there with you, Snake, or the microwave corridor in Metal Gear 4, and like,
or the ladder in
3. And nothing really in 2, but.
No, the part in
I like when Ryan,
2 when you the man pees on you.
I like when Ryan,
or when you do the
Ryan
cool,
holds his dangus.
Yeah, I was gonna say you do the cool dangus cartwheels.
I mean, the part where the colonel goes all weird. He's like,
that was really
I have scissors. 61.
I'm trying to think if Revengeance had any of those moments, and I don't know if it.
Every boss fight in Revengeance.
In Revengeance is the cutscene where there's the security guard sitting at the front gate, really, and there's like he's got a piece of paper on his desk that's like, watch out for this guy, and it's like a picture of Raiden, but I think the dog comes running up, like the scary robot dog, and it like puts his paws up on the window, and the guy's just like about to eat a piece of pizza, and he's like, and he like looks at the photo, and he's like, is this the same cyborg? And he's just like, it's just like the dumbest thing. Like I think at that point I was like, all right, this is a silly game, silly time. What are your guys' favorite video game moments? You should let us know. Just shoot us an email. It is beyond@ign.com, or hop in the Facebook group that we mentioned, and have a conversation with some friends. Video games are awesome, and
also apps.
Oh yeah, we should. Yeah, dang it. Please call out an app, iOS, PS4, Xbox, etc. during this recording. I'm reading a sign on the wall, but
this
seriously,
is a requirement for all weekly podcasts and shows.
Yeah, please check do it out every week. Thank you. So check us out on the Xbox app.
Yes, check us out. Yeah, no, the apps are great. They're real nice. I actually honestly prefer the PS4 app to pretty much any other form of looking.
The PS4 app is really good.
It's solid. Yeah.
We should also mention YouTube channels. Now, if you go to youtube.com/IGNBeyond, you can find all Beyond videos on YouTube.
And we're going to be, aside from like full episodes and breakouts, we're going to be doing Let's Plays, where some combination of us will be on playing new PlayStation games, PS Plus games. That wasn't
Beyond
retro games with anniversaries, and we're also
maybe like Q&As. And
we might just do like if you listen to our Christmas episode where we sort of just dug into the mailbag the entire episode, we might start doing those, not in place of episodes, but in addition to episodes.
I think it's awful to be digging in the mailbag in mixed company.
What's the mailbag in that metaphor?
The scrotum.
Just like your your junk pouch.
Everybody got on board with that real quick.
Your darkest dungeon.
The scrotum.
The orb satchel. Anyway, thank you all so much for listening, and especially if you came up and said hi at PAX East. We love you very much, and Beyond.
Beyond.
Oh, yeah, we're on Twitter. Find us on Twitter if you want more secrets. Goodbye.
I'm at official NBA. Max is at Pontius, the Popes. Zach is at Neutral Milk Hotel.
Yeah, that's true.
And Alana is at
Neutral Milk
the Sunshine.
Neutral Milk.
It's a band.
It's a very popular band.
It's not a very popular band. It's an incredible band, though.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Can we leave?
I think we're done. Yeah, we can just go.
Okay. Ready?
Yeah. 3, 2, 1.
Prostate health.